1. A. I have it safe at home. B. Set your goals high. 2. A. You are wrong. B. You got me wrong. 3. A. I can't get this door open. B. Can't I have the door open? 4. A. I have everything ready. B. I think I have this poem memorized. 5. A. I have his name on the tip of my tongue. B. You'll have the car in the ditch if you're not careful. 1. A. I have a term paper due next week. B. I'm having some friends over for drinks this evening. A. A Saturday night toothache had me at the dentist early Monday morning. B. Although 33 states and the District of Columbia have seatbelt laws in effect, many people still don't bother to buckle up. C. With a trade balance in the black and inflation under control, we now have conditions in place for sustained stability for our currency. 3. A. He insisted on having the agreement down in black and white. B. Once you've defined your goal, write it down. High achievers trace their accomplishments to the time they committed their goals to paper. 4. A. The pram turned over. B. You'll have that pram over if you don't take more care. 5. The ball crashed through the window. B. Look out where you kick that ball, or you'll have it through the window. 6. A. He will be back soon. B. When do you expect him back? 7. You are on my team. B. I want you on my team. 8. He is in this house. B. I don't want him in this house. 9. I felt he was trying to control me and I wanted to break free. B. If Jessica ever ends up getting into any trouble, she always manages to wriggle free unscathed. 10. A. The horse is loose. B. The animals broke loose and ran away. C. This pole is coming loose and will soon fall over. D. The chain went loose in his hands. E. My hair works loose when I run. 11. A. I simply couldn't shake myself loose from the temptation. B. All night the men on the rig had been pushing the drilling pipe deeper into the soil below Louisiana's Lake Peigneur. At about 1,240 feet, the pipe, a 39-ton string of steel, got stuck and they couldn't work it loose. C. Oxidation is of course vital to life itself. Our bodies add oxygen to food in a kind of flameless combustion to extract vital energy. But oxidation is not always beneficial, according to the latest scientific theory. When oxygen combines with an atom, it sometimes jars loose an electron. An electron-poor atom, known as a free radical, automatically seeks another electron and starts a chain reaction that can lead to cell damage. A. They caught him red-handed. B. She was caught shoplifting in a department store. C. I saw Tom in the act of snatching a gun. D. As it turned out, I had caught Jordan in training. E. I've caught her in several lies and lost respect for her. F. Children are unpredictable. You never know what inconsistency they're going to catch you in next. G. Hey, I'm naked, Marcy. What is that supposed to mean? You caught me in the shower. Shall I call you back? H. My husband, who is in his 40s, has a new hobby. He makes obscene phone calls. He dials numbers at random, and he has an affair with her on the phone. I have caught him at it several times. He says he isn't really doing anything wrong, it's just a harmless pastime. Then he begs me to forgive him. 13. A. We have demand growing by about 12% a year, and supply growing by about 2% a year, which yields 10% inflation. B. Heart disease, the nation's #1 health problem, is down 20% since 1967. According to the American Heart Association, strokes have dropped by 1/3. Life expectancy has risen to a record 73 years. The cholesterol controversy has Americans eating 6 pounds less beef than a decade ago. They also drink 4% less alcohol, though smoking figures among the young, especially females, are rising slightly. 1.8 million older smokers have given up cigarettes. In a country so lately thought to be dedicated to pleasure and self-expression, that will be no small achievement. 1. A. He has a lot of money. B. He's having breakfast. 2. A. The bank is open. B. The bank is opening now. 3. A. She's polite. B. She's being polite. 4. A. He's dead. B. He's dying. 5. Be married to. B. Get married to. 6. A. Be up. B. Get up. C. Get someone up. A. Be pregnant. B. Get pregnant. C. Get someone pregnant. A. Be involved in. B. Get involved in. C. Get someone involved in. 7. Be at an end. B. Come to an end. C. Bring to an end. A. Be in existence. B. Come into existence. C. Bring into existence. A. Be in contact with. B. Come into contact with. C. Bring into contact with. A. Be in power. B. Come to power. C. Bring to power. A. Be in use. B. Come into use. C. Bring into use. A. Be in play. Come into play. C. Bring into play. A. Be on one's feet. B. Get to one's feet. C. Bring to one's feet. A. Be on one's knees. B. Drop to one's knees. C. Bring to one's knees. A. Be off to a start. B. Get off to a start. C. Bring off to a start. 8. A. Be of age. B. Come of age. A. Be down with a cold. B. Come down with a cold. 9. A. Come about. B. Bring about. A. Come home to. B. Bring home to. Come to light. B. Bring to light. 10. A. Be broke. B. Go broke. A. Be in effect. B. Go into effect. C. Put into effect. A. Be on a diet. B. Go on a diet. C. Put on a diet. 11. A. Be apart. B. Come apart. C. Take apart. 12. A. Be in charge of. B. Take charge of. C. Put in charge of. 13. A. Be on fire. B. Catch fire. C. Set on fire. 14. A. Wear a beard. B. Grow a beard. 1. A. Alice is in good condition. She works hard to keep healthy. B. I'm not healthy. I have to try to get into shape. 2. Don't act so foolishly. Come to your senses. You must be out of your senses to think to marry such a girl. I'll do everything I can do just to bring you back to your senses. 3. A. Nothing occurs again as it came about before. B. I expected a miracle to happen, then and there, and a miracle did take place. But as so often happens with a major change, it came about over a period of time. 4. A. What you expect to happen, with deep conviction and emotion, can surely come to pass. B. Most of the things people worry about never come to pass. The French essayist Montaigne made this point eloquently when he said, "My life has been a series of catastrophes, most of which never happened." 5. A. As the smaller things come into being, you can make the major things occur. B. All human minds have inherent creative capability, even though they differ in their level of creative power and in the degree of usefulness of the things they bring into being. 6. A. Once a new idea springs into existence, it cannot be unfought. B. Physicists are now talking about the self-creating universe, a cosmos that erupts into existence spontaneously, much as a subnuclear particle sometimes pops out of nowhere in certain high-energy processes. 7. A. Keep an eye on the kids while I put lunch together. B. I'll throw together a couple of sandwiches for you. C. They all retired to the dining room, where a fabulous feast had been assembled as if by magic. D. If she spends half an hour preparing a meal, she will think that's gourmet food. Haven't you noticed how fast she puts a meal together? 8. A. In putting this book together, I learned many things. B. Try as I may, I can't get this thing put together right. Did you read the instructions? 9. A. They began to pull together instant rescue teams. B. Please get a task force together to get this moving. 10. A. He was trying hard to put together the financing for a picture. B. Filmmakers can often patch together their financing from advanced sales to video cassette distributors, cable TV channels, and foreign exhibitors. 11. A A person who works hard every day to scrape together a living has no time to puzzle over bothersome philosophical questions. B. When Jobs and Wozniak scraped together $1,300 by selling a van and 2 calculators and opened Apple Computer Inc. in Jobs' garage, the odds against their smashing success seemed awfully long. 12. A. We have to get our act together. We have to organize ourselves. B. The ritual of revival has many names: born again and healing, or simply getting our act together. Whatever the name, however large or small the act, the urge to reassemble the fragments of our lives into a whole is the same. 13. A. Healthy people have their heads together. B. Friends were saying that she was happier, more together than she had been before. C. She reassured him that they were going to come out of this together and unscathed. D. At first I was confused, she said. Hysterical. I needed a few minutes to get myself together. E. Stop crying and compose yourself before he comes back. 14. I can't afford to go to pieces. Gotta pull myself together. B. The words wholeness and health are derived from the same Old English word. How? Meaning sound complete. We know intuitively just by the way we use language that we don't like feeling split. When we feel heartbroken, disappointed, or hurt, we say things like, I've got to pull myself together, I'm coming apart at the seams, or my relationship is splitting up. We speak of breakdowns and cracking up. When we are feeling good about ourselves and our lives are running smoothly, we say, I feel complete. My life is coming together. Or, finally, I'm of one mind about the issue. 1. He has failed chiefly for lack of funds. 2. He is my uncle on my mother's side. 3. He read everything he could lay his hands on. 2.1. A. She tried not to go. B. She did not try to go. 2a. Only I hit him in the eye yesterday. B. I only hit him in the eye yesterday. C. I hit only him in the eye yesterday. D. I hit him only in the eye yesterday. E. I hit him in the only eye yesterday. F. I hit him in the eye only yesterday. G. I hit him in the eye yesterday only. 3. The time seems to have come when we should pay more attention to the needs of the needy. 2. As president, Lincoln appointed men to his cabinet whom he considered most capable for the job. 4. 1. A. A wave. B. A mountain of a wave. 2. A. A girl. B. An angel of a girl. 3. Stability. A semblance of stability. A. Normality. B. A semblance of normality. 4. A. Life is based on carbon chemistry. B. Life as we know it on Earth is based on carbon chemistry. 5. A. English is an international language. B. English is an international language as they call it. 6. A. Times became hard. B. Times became what my father called hard. 7. A. He seldom goes to church. B. He seldom if ever goes to church. 8. A. Religion played little part in their lives. B. Religion played little if any part in their lives. 9. A. The economy of the country boasts a steady annual growth rate of 3%. B. The economy of the country boasts a steady if unspectacular annual growth rate of 3%. 10. A. Such a decision will bring about harmful results. B. Such a decision will bring about harmful, if not fatal, results. 1. A. She entirely failed to understand the problem. B. She failed to entirely understand the problem. 2. A. He shaved off his beard. B. He shaved off his 2-day growth of beard. 3. A. I don't want your company. B. I don't want another minute of your company. 4. A. I don't even have clothes. B. I don't even have a change of clothes. 5. A. Sanity is very rare. Every man almost and every woman has a dash of madness. B. Although apparently rigid, Bones exhibit a degree of elasticity that enables the skeleton to withstand considerable impact. 6. A. He's become something of an expert on meditation. B. Trying to be all things to all people usually results in not being much of anything to anyone. 7. A. With all his egoism, he is without an atom of affectation, and it is this complete naturalness that makes him endurable. B. You haven't got a ghost of a chance of winning the game. 8. I had a devil of a time getting home through the snow. I'm having a devil of a time with calculus. I think I should drop the course. Keep trying. Don't give up the sip. 9. A. At home again, I tried to get back into some kind of routine and semblance of normalcy. B. But in the capital city, the new government is hard-pressed to maintain even a semblance of order. C. The restaurant serves a close approximation of French cuisine. 10. A. Gangs roamed the streets, robbing and mugging with something approaching impunity. B. They regarded each other with something very near to affection. C. The new car doesn't have anywhere near the power our last one had. D. He didn't look like a private investigator. 11. A. From a chaos of superstitions and narrow ideas of a warlike tribal god, there emerged a monotheistic creed, inconsistent with dualism. B. The life and death of any body of water depend mainly upon its ability to maintain a certain amount of dissolved oxygen. This dissolved oxygen is what fish breathe. Without it, they suffocate. 12. A. Every successful man I have heard of has done the best he could with conditions as he found them, and not waited until the next year for better. B. Poets are concerned with people and with life, and they use the medium of poetry to communicate their understandings and the truths of life as they see them. They try to give us the feel of the idea, and the experience beneath the idea. They interpret the innermost spirit of a people, of a country, of a civilization, for poetry is a revelation or an interpretation of life in some of its aspects. The poetic material is life as it is known to the emotions, and the emotions are universal and enduring. Moreover, the poet senses the eternal rhythm that runs through all of life. 13. A. With money we can buy whatever it is we believe will take us towards greater happiness. B. While the medical profession has conquered most of childhood diseases, boys and girls seem to be afflicted as much as ever with whatever it is that prevents them from being sleepy at bedtime. 14. A. He was beaming at her with what she knew was a phony smile. B. Many governments intervene in the foreign exchange market to prevent the exchange rate from going too far in what they consider to be the wrong direction. 15. A. The party went on for I don't know how long. B. She was born in the year of our Lord only knows. C. In an effort to conform to the sought-after female image, I starved my body and ingested heaven knows what chemical drugs. 1. A. He who loves reading is happy. B. Happy is he who loves reading. 2. A. His contribution made the expansion of the library possible. B. His contribution made possible the expansion of the library. 3. Don't put off what you can do today till tomorrow. B. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. 1. A. Laughter is so characteristic of our species that man has been defined as the laughing animal. B. So characteristic of our species is laughter that man has been defined as the laughing animal. 2. A. I little dreamed that I would meet her again. B. Little did I dream that I would meet her again. 1. A. You can laugh away many worries you can't get rid of otherwise. B. You can laugh to death many worries you can't get rid of otherwise. 2. A good poem resists to the death its reduction to a flat statement. 3. The real art of conversation is not only to say the right thing in the right place, but to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. 4. People who practice totemism, the worship of plants, animals, or objects as gods, usually select for worship objects that are important to the community. 5. Seeing is an activity not only of our eyes, but of the brain, which works as a sort of selecting machine. Out of all the images presented to it, it chooses for recognition those that fit most neatly with the world learned by past experience. 6. X-rays are able to pass through objects and thus make visible details that are otherwise impossible to observe. 7. I thought that I ought to reject as downright false all opinions which I could imagine to be in the least degree open to doubt, my purpose being to discover whether, after so doing, there might not remain as still calling for belief something entirely indubitable. 8. A great deal of talent is lost in the world for want of a little courage. Every day sends to their graves obscure men whom timidity prevented from making a first effort, who, if they could have been induced to begin, would in all probability have gone great lengths. 1. He tried again, only to fail. He tried again, he only failed. 2. She called me this morning to say that she couldn't come. She called me this morning. She said that she couldn't come. 3. You should not stress the one to the exclusion of the other. You should not stress the one and exclude the other. 4. They wrangled for 11 hours before voting to accept the pact. They wrangled for 11 hours. They voted. They accepted the pact. 1. A. In the 3 centuries since 1650, the human inhabitants of the globe have increased 5-fold, to reach a total of about 2.5 billions in 1950. B. He made a capital gain of about 3.7% from holding stocks from 1995 to 1996, plus a dividend yield of 3.6%, for a total return of 7.3%. C. Americans shut their wallets in March and sent retail sales down 1%, for the steepest decline in more than 2 years. 2. A. 2 atoms of hydrogen combine with 1 atom of oxygen to form water. B. Carbon and hydrogen combine with oxygen to produce light and heat. C. Make money and the whole world conspire to call you a gentleman. D. The quiet mind, the youthful heart, the racing blood, these converge to produce wonder. E. When 2 forces work together, they add up to form a single larger force. But when 2 forces oppose each other directly, their strengths subtract. F. Calcium, the most abundant mineral in the body, works with phosphorus in maintaining bones and teeth. G. There is evidence to show that interferons work with immune cells in combating various forms of disease, not excluding cancer. H. A local police are cooperating with the FBI in the search for the criminals. 3. A. This book contains a totally new outlook which combines the wisdom of the past with scientific knowledge to solve the problems of the present. B. Psycholinguistics uses the theoretical and empirical resources of both psychology and linguistics to examine the mental processes underlying the use of language. C. Behavioral medicine brings together the wisdom of psychology and medical science in understanding how to assess and diagnose illness, how to treat it, and particularly how to prevent it, as well as rehabilitation. 4. A. Empiricists rely on observation and experimentation in deciding what is true. B. Philosophers commonly rely on argument to support their own theories and to refute the theories of others. 5. A. Green plants use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar and oxygen. B. Muscles rely on magnesium to convert carbohydrates to usable energy. C. He draws on communist philosophy in support of his views concerning the origin of life. 6. A. Bats rely on their hearing to navigate to find food at night. B. The artist drew on childhood memories in creating his paintings. C. We took advantage of the dry weather to paint the house. D. We looked to gravity to explain the structure of star clusters and galaxies, as well as the global motion of the expanding cosmos. 7. A. The microscopic plants that form the basis of the ecology of the sea depend on light as the source of energy to synthesize starches. B. They are looking to their parents for financial aid. C. The brain depends on the blood for a continuous supply of oxygen and glucose. D. An animal is bound to depend on other living creatures, ultimately plants, for its food supply. It must also depend on the activities of plants for a continued oxygen supply for its respiration. 8. A. When a question is complicated, don't give the first answer that comes to mind. Take time for reflection. B. A female toad listening to male love calls scorns the tenors in favor of the basses. C. In their day, the primitivist hippies, who were always bad-mouthing modern civilization, denounced doing and saying in favor of just being. 9. I've been thinking about my mother a lot today. Why not go over for a visit? B. After a short pause for a sip of water, the speaker went on to discuss the habits of lions in the wild. 10. A. Consequently, after World War I, increasing numbers of spectators deserted the theater for the movies. B. At the last moment, Bob edged out Henry for first place in the contest. 11. A. At an alarming rate, West European high school students have been dropping German in favor of English, mainly because they believe English is easier to learn. B. Schools in Wandsworth and South London have abandoned the long summer holiday, originally designed to allow pupils to help with the harvest, in favor of 5 8-week terms. C. Maturity is patience. It is the willingness to pass up immediate pleasure in favor of long-term gain. D. The Democrats reject Reagan's 3-year, across-the-board slash in income tax rates in favor of a much narrower 1-year reduction. 12. A. The operator broke in saying, "You need another 75 cents to continue the call." B. Life in this electronic age is tough on kids. 2 6th-graders felt the call of the fishing pole one afternoon and took along their walkie-talkies. Word of this got to the teacher, who borrowed a walkie-talkie from another student. The teacher tuned in, and sure enough, heard the truants, whereupon he promptly cut in to suggest that they appear in the classroom post-haste, which they did. 13. A. Knowledge is gained at the cost of innocence. B. People usually become famous at the cost of their privacy. 14. A. Civilization today depends on wood, at great cost to the world's natural resources. B. Protectionism may provide short-term benefits to special interests, but at much greater cost to the rest of society. 15. A. We cannot afford to make new friends at the expense of old ones. B. In general, speed reading emphasizes coverage at the expense of understanding. C. Amusements cannot be cultivated at the expense of the serious business of life. Man must put work before play. D. In countless ways, man exploits the environment for immediate gain at the expense of ultimate loss. 16. A. It is possible for order to accumulate in one place at the price of entropy generated elsewhere. B. The concentration of order in one region of the universe is always paid for by increasing disorder somewhere else. C. According to the entropy law, whenever order is created anywhere on Earth or in the universe, it is done at the expense of causing an even greater disorder in the surrounding environment. 17. A. Anyone who breaks the law does so at their peril. B. He is a man to whom you say no at your peril. 18. A. We sold the house at a loss. B. The steel mill now operates at a handsome profit. 19. A. In 1902, the book was published to critical acclaim. B. Work and play are both necessary for our happiness. We should not stress the one to the exclusion of the other. C. I woke out of my deep sleep to a gradual recognition that I was at home and not in the dormitory. D. How many times have you daydreamed through several pages of a good book, only to wake up to the realization that you have no idea of the ground you have gone over? 20. He smoked a lot, to the detriment of his health. B. To his detriment it must be said that he allowed the prisoners to be tortured. 21. Knowledge and the search for knowledge have persisted through the centuries to the enormous benefit of human beings. B. We in the Western world have encouraged scientific discovery and its application intensively for 200 years to our vast material benefits. 22. A. In ordinary life, we use a great many words with a total disregard of logical precision. B. Anyone who helps others with no thought to personal gain is essentially an altruist. 23. I had been puzzling over the problem for over an hour without any result, when all at once the solution flashed across my mind. 24. The mark of a first-rate intelligence, as F. Scott Fitzgerald said, is the capacity to entertain two contradictory propositions in one mind simultaneously without going crazy. 25. As we look back, we can indeed see the notion of individual rights broadening out to include more and more of the people, until it came at length to be extended to them all. 26. Each year, thousands of books are published, many of them to attract momentary attention, only to disappear gradually from the shelves and the minds of readers, a few to remain in circulation as long as books are read. 27. In all its changes, water is never lost, disappearing only to appear again in another form in the constant service of nature and civilization. 28. According to Hegel, a thesis is created that is opposed by its antithesis to create a synthesis, which then becomes a new thesis. 29. A heroin dealer can be fined $50,000 and sentenced to up to 30 years in prison with a minimum confinement of 6 years before becoming eligible for parole. The same person trafficking in methaqualone faces a maximum of 10 years in prison, a $30,000 fine, and 4 years before parole.